thought I'd never leave. Let's welcome our guest. I'm here tonight with Fox News Channel anchor Patty Ann Brown. She's so hot and bubbly that jacuzzi's relaxing her. Don't bother fixing that, young lady.
Let me get that for you.
You just doubled our ratings, young lady. Speaking of casual, Michiganism. Okay, let's say he's right. Should they do that? I don't believe he's right.
Well, yeah, I actually think that Miller's article in National Review was a bit unfair, though, too, because let's face it, every G.I. Joe cartoon has a teachable moment, and from what I understand, at the end of this film, they have one of those also, and the lesson is, you know, Cobra isn't actually the enemy. In fact, there's no such thing as an enemy. There's just differences of opinion, and, you know, there's no such thing as an evil dictator. There's just people who are misunderstood. So, you know, there is a lesson there, and by the way, I was very upset about Norman Fell's death.
Yeah, I was too.
I love that, right?
Tolerance of different points of view, and you're entitled to yours.
Greg's G.I. Joe
knowing
name
is
could be
half the battle.
generalization.
Really?
Yes.
Are great for the military because one of the things about being in the military is being lonely. You're away from your family. So it kind of, at one point, I see the point of not having it, but isn't it a little bit unfair?
It is. I do honestly feel sorry for them because it helps to decrease their isolation. But, you know, the Pentagon's social media czar, let me repeat that. The Pentagon's social media czar. Oh, my Lord.
It's a 12-year-old girl named Sally.
Yeah.
Information is transmitted by Twitter, but obviously he's wrong because just today, Joan Rivers tweeted, and I quote, "Bill Clinton would not have gone over to North Korea if the girls were ugly." This is the kind of military analysis that the Marines are going to miss now.
Yeah, the amazing thing about Joan Rivers.
I don't even know what you mean. I'm sorry.
He was stalking you.
Yes.
And what happened was
I'm married, Greg.
It's the only way Bill can find girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, well, but everybody lies about that anyway.
Oh, really?
Facebook.
I did not know.
I tell the truth.
All right, on that note, I'm leaving you. Okay.
Being egalitarian, they use that over and over again. And you know what that is? Translation, we didn't even bother with the Middle East. That's exactly what it is.
It's true.
Why even poll them? The husbands wouldn't let them do it anyway. They probably aren't allowed to read the poll. That's all it means.
I know, it's so unfair.
Worst in the world, but not counting all the ones that we didn't
But
even
that doesn't surprise me. This is a country
Really about chores. It's just about being part of a team, being a good person.
Well, I would hope that they did some kind of extrapolation because the way it looks is that they just said, okay, these are the countries where they have the most happy marriages, and these are also the countries where men say they do the most housework. Therefore, one leads to the other. I mean, how about that American men are just better in bed? Would that just be it?
It's like you're a fly on the wall of my bedroom.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. You know, but there's usually a lesson at the end of the cartoons, like you know, don't swim in a storm, don't blame your brother. So, actually, I'm not sure if that's really the moral to this movie. So
Don't touch
don't
me
worry,
there.
folks. You can still see it. You're probably safe.
All right. Paul, you said
With Ken.
Go to
yes. I think it's a lot more likely Ken. I think it's a lot more likely that Ken was with G.I. Joe.
Yes.
Greg, you said that chore division. So while making the bed is important, being good in it isn't.
According to them.
Yes. According to the
Some
surveys.
would disagree.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I'm so clear what we're talking about.
Ann Brown, Fox News Channel anchor. She's so sexy that sexism is now called Patty Ann Brownism.
Really?
Yeah, it's long but worth it. Michigan can't even speak.
Well, I mean, the idea is to show, I mean, most babies come with bottles and they're trying to coax people to do the breastfeeding and trying to convince people that it's natural, but sex is natural too. So should we give little boys, this is
we
baby
should.
gluttony.
Yes, we should.
It's just, I mean, breasts serve three purposes. They entice a man to sleep with you, they feed the babies that result from that, and then they just prove Newton's law of gravity. But in any case, you know, little girls don't have breasts because they're not supposed to be thinking about any of those things yet. They're not just short adults. They're babies.
Crazy. It's
For your son?
I did, yes, and we invited all these people over, and all the parents asked me, what does he like? And I said, foolishly to 15 different parents, he likes dinosaurs. So he just got dinosaur after dinosaur, and the embarrassing thing is he knew all of them. Oh, it's a Triceratops. Oh, it's a Stegosaurus. So thank you all. He was already a little bit dorky.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
I must have lost the invitation in the mail, though.
Greg, you know you're not allowed.